In that case, our clients provided information.
I guess you're right, based on what we can predict from the data.
I'm leaving!
Trouble Busters!
Huh? Are these sandals?
No, they're leather shoes. Master has nothing on the backside of his suit.
No!
My name is Tom. I'm a sales rep who does wholesale of a variety of food ingredients to restaurants. I'm currently in a meeting for a really important business meeting that's coming up tomorrow. However... So, based on what we can see from the market data, right now is the best time for us to secure contracts for seafood. What do you guys think? In that case, our clients provided information.
I guess you're right, based on what we can predict from the data.
Good! Let's go with that! So we'll go ahead and handle the business meeting tomorrow seamlessly. Boss, I'm not really good at data stuff, but I always prioritize our clients. And our client tomorrow is quite fond of that too. Okay.
Boss!
Yes, Amy, what is it?
I added the new client's data.
Really? You're so fast at work, Amy. This job is all about utilizing the data. You guys should all remember it too. Doing legwork is outdated. Right now, it's all about the data, and keep that in mind.
Okay.
I tried my best to stand on my ground after that, but it only made me realize that I won't ever understand them nor the other way round. All right, as a result of this discussion, we've made up our minds that we'll utilize the newest data. We all have different ways of achieving our goals, and I don't mean to complain about how they handle things, but whether it's correct for them to be caught up with one value, they should learn their lesson. I'm not letting them get away with this. Trouble Busters! I'm leaving! What? Huh? I thought today's meeting was more productive than ever, don't you guys agree?
Yes.
All right, off to the next topic. Cut it out! Tom! What is it you've been calling me so many times since early in the morning? Please, Tom, we need you here right now! What are you talking about? I thought you didn't need me! Oh, don't be like that! I need you to get here as soon as possible! The client is upset, saying that they don't want to have this discussion unless you're here! But I'm off today! What? I figured you guys will be fine without me, so I decided to take the day off. Why would you do that? Because you're being so selfish, Tom isn't going to be here anyway, is he? Tom reached out to me yesterday. He apologized that you guys wanted to handle this business meeting, so he had to ask you guys to take care of the meeting on his behalf. Tom reached out to tell you that? That's why I decided to give you guys a chance not to discover how horrible this meeting is. Oh, don't say that. We're not like him, and we're... Then can't you at least satisfy me to a certain extent? Well, hello, Tom. I need you to do something about this. Huh? I thought you'd be able to pull it off, Mr. Christopher. What? I believe you'll be able to figure out this situation too, as long as you have your favorite data. Oh! Why did the business meeting fail when it was supposed to be a success for sure?
Well,
It was Tom's fault. Tom? That's right, everything was because of Tom. Tom was off yesterday, though. He suddenly requested the day off. And do you know why? It's just to make sure we fail this meeting. For what? There's only one reason, and that's because he hated the fact that we were performing so well in sales. No! Tom would never do something like that! How can you be so sure? Sir, you're not Tom, are you? You can't say for sure that he didn't have grudges against us over envy. You're right, but then... You should get rid of your assumptions. That's the kind of person he is. I realized it after what he had done to us this time. So, that's what's going on. But do you have anything to say about this? Everything they told you is a lie. I see. I knew it! They were supposed to accompany me as I did the presentation for the client company, but they acted as if they'll be fine even if I wasn't around. Isn't that so? Well, I can see why Tom decided to go home. Why didn't you guys understand how significant it was for Tom to be there? Tom had been speaking to that client company for years, every single day, and he finally accomplished earning their trust. Why were you looking at the whole and not the individual? If you don't look at the individual to look at the whole, you're being ridiculously foolish. Most importantly, all you guys talk about is data, and you never follow up with the clients, and...
I never thought the fact that we were using data would end up backfiring on us.
I guess it was wrong for us to have to try to steal someone else's work. Why are you guys being all sad? Just because we were scolded once, it doesn't mean that the reliability of the data is invalid. I trust the path that I've pursued.
We should stop now.
Yeah, I don't think this will work. That's enough. I'm going to prove that I'm doing things the right way, even by myself.
Boss.
Data is all that matters. The heck with the follow-up. As long as we sell great product, the clients will be happy to purchase our products. And that's just an unnecessary step. It's a waste of time. Affordable price, quantity, speed of shipment. That's all we really need. And looking at the world-class scale, it's a waste of time to take any further steps after that. The follow-up using legwork after service is completely unnecessary, and I'm going to prove that. And as you can see, you will be spending less than the current contract plan, so I would like to ask you to reinstate the contract with our company instead.
I see. Well, it's very tempting to go with an affordable price, but...
The only thing that matters in running a business is the cost performance, don't you agree with me? The cheaper your raw ingredients get, you'll be generating more and more in profit. Hello, thank you for calling Steel Iron Foods. This is Tom speaking.
Hello, Tom. There's something I wanted to talk to you about.
What is it? Do you need help selecting the ingredient for your raw materials since you're developing new menu items?
No, let me tell you.
What? Mr. Christopher was trying to get you to reinstate your contract so you'd switch to raw ingredients from overseas for a cheaper price? You didn't agree to it, did you?
No, it sounded too good to be true.
That bastard! Why'd you do that without speaking to me? That inn is renowned for providing seasonal menu items, so if they don't use raw ingredients that are suited for the season, their flavors will end up changing in a bad way. To add, that inn's most popular item is the Wagyu stew, so if we end up using overseas product, their reputation will go downhill. Listen, Tom, that's something that the client should consider before they sign the contract, right? What? As a matter of fact, 90% of the clients who have contracts with you are the ones who agree with my data analysis. This means that your motto of getting contracts by feet is wrong in the first place. Listen, I don't care what you say about me, but if you're always relying on data without being considerate about our clients, you're really gonna be in huge trouble down the road! You're just mad because I've been securing all these contracts! That's not true! Tom, this society isn't in the same era as the time when the sales reps were running all over town to earn business. We'd use data, and everything is all about numbers. It's a generation where using our brain will lead us to success in sales. As a result of utilizing that, it seemed like some of your clients happen to be included in the people I work with. Well, I'm sorry that I ended up bringing down your performance. All I need to worry about is to secure a contract with Japan Delicious Smiley here, and it's as if I've proved that I was correct with what I had said. Most importantly, this place is the most major company that Tom works with. If they decide to renew the contract with me, I might get promoted. Well, nice to meet you, Mr. Kenneth. Thank you so much for sparing time for me today. Huh? What the heck? Unbelievable! Mr. Kenneth? Why is it that the appointment was under Tom's name, but there's someone else in this room? What is this, a new method of sales? No, it's not. I decided to get an appointment under Tom's name because Tom is the original account holder who's been working with you. Yeah, that's right. Tom is the person I work with, and you already know that. And yet, I show up in this room just to find a stranger in here. Why? Isn't it strange? There's nothing legitimate about this situation. That isn't true! I decided to visit you today because I wanted to provide you an insight that you would generate far more benefit than you do now if you were to renew the contract with me rather than with Tom. Huh? You're saying it'll be that beneficial for me? In that case, tell me exactly how you can bring me benefit. Yes. Your company primarily served dishes that specialize in domestic Wagyu, but this is going to be a suggestion to utilize beef that are sourced overseas. But you just said it yourself that we primarily serve dishes that specialize in domestic Wagyu. Let me explain more details. There's a farm that are raising the domestic breed in an overseas land, and if you were to sign a contract there, you'll be able to reduce the cost you spend on your beef drastically. Although they are raised in a foreign country, they're still a domestic breed, so just by switching over to that farm, you would be able to cut down the cost drastically, and you'd be able to purchase even more. And according to my data, there are a lot of companies who are able to multiply their revenue by doing so. Don't you think this would be a wonderful deal for you? Well, that trick isn't going to work for the customers. It's not a trick. There's a data that you'll earn more revenue. Data, huh? In that case, where and when was that data collected, and what kind of food do those establishments serve? Huh? Oh, geez. You keep talking about data, but it depends on what kind of information and what the standards were upon gathering that data. Without that information, that data is useless. Well, I guess you're right. The data that you've been so proud about earlier. Where is the data sources and what kind of data is it? Tell me more about it. Well, it's a data that was gathered from different barbecue chains around the country. That's actually really vague. Well, you're already aware that my restaurants serve high-end domestic Wagyu shabu-shabu, or do you now? No, of course I'm aware of that. Japan Delicious Smiley is the best shabu-shabu restaurant in our country. You're a super major company. And to that super major shabu-shabu restaurant, why did you think that a barbecue restaurant's data would work? Is it because we both serve beef? Or do you only have the concept of meat being meat? No, it's because I believe in the existence of data. That's why I've secured so many more contracts compared to Tom, and I'm very confident about that. Well, in exchange, you'll never secure a contract with a major company like us. Ooh, I knew I was right. Well, of course, you're not prioritizing your clients. You're prioritizing whatever the data tells you. On the other hand, every time we try to develop a new menu, Tom would do thorough research to find out which farm would provide the best beef possible for the particular menu item that we're trying to develop. And yet he would go out of his way to provide further suggestions after the meat is sourced, too. I've never worked with someone who's so great at following up. And that's exactly why I work with Tom. And what exactly makes you think I would work with you when you neglect to do any of that? Well, signing a contract with a lousy person who only knows about talking about data every time he gives an argument doesn't sound productive at all. And it only sounds like a risk. So what benefit will I be getting from having a business meeting with a person like you? Well, that's because, of course, tell me using just 4 alphabets. Eek! I'm telling you that the only answer you can tell me is none, and I'm not asking for any other answer. You wasted my time by using Tom's name, and you'd better be responsible for this. Well, Tom, please help me. So is this the result after you decided to visit my clients without getting my consent? I thought I could convince anyone as long as I have the data. Mr. Kenneth, I'm very sorry about how Christopher has wasted your time. It's okay, Tom. You don't have to apologize. Didn't this guy do this on his own? That's right, but in that case, Tom isn't the one who should be apologizing, right? I'm really sorry about this. I'm willing to make up for this. Then give me back my precious time. Oh, well... In that case, Mr. Kenneth, will you let me suggest a new contract as a token of apology? Huh? To tell you the truth, the other day, one of the cows at the Skinny Sprouts farm gave birth to a new breed, and the beef tongue of that cow gives really savory broth, and it's extremely soft in texture. Whoa, sounds good! We were just about to develop a new product, too! I knew it! It's almost springtime, and it's a great season to launch a new item! And so, a dish I recommend would be a flavored rice that uses the beef tongue. Yup, this is why I love working with you, Tom. How about $10 million for that contract? What? That's actually even more than what you were paying for the other contract you had with us. Thank you so much. Okay, let's go ahead and discuss the details about that contract on another day. No way! It wasn't supposed to go this way! Christopher, why did you do this without anyone's consent? Mr. Kenneth called to complain about this matter. Why did you try to get a contract renewal without considering whether the company was already working with someone else? I was too motivated. I wanted to prove that my method of sales was correct. You should have done that without causing trouble to other people. Because of you, I had to go all over the place to assist the clients who were requesting to withdraw the contract that they have with you. No, I need you to understand that I was doing it for the sake of the clients. If you really cared about the clients, you should have talked to me first, since I'm their account holder. Because I had no idea. You can't tell me now because I can't undo what's already done. Besides, they all agreed to how convincing my data was. And it's also a fact that we're getting slammed with phone calls where those companies are asking to withdraw their contract. How many times do I have to tell you? The clients that Tom handles are all willing to partner up with us because Tom is always thoroughly following up with them. More importantly, it's better to work smart in sales so we can efficiently secure more contracts. I just wanted to prove that. What? And I've earned my position as the department manager because I've been working smart. That alone proves the fact that I was right. But because of Tom's business meeting from the other day, my correctness had been taken for granted and I couldn't just back off. You can get motivated all you want, but it's wrong for you to cause trouble to our clients because of that. It's not wrong. I'm not wrong about a single thing. I say this because the current era is all about the data. And that logic only works for you, Mr. Christopher. No! Those who don't understand my concept are way too old-schooled. The clients who are only willing to work with Tom are just being left behind by the generation. I can't look the other way when you say that. I don't care what you say about me, but I can't let you badmouth our clients. Are you trying to argue that I'm wrong? I wouldn't necessarily say that everything you say is wrong. It's because every client values different things. And among them, the clients that I work with value the human heart. No matter what generation we're in, that's something that will never change. And that's why even if we're in the generation where we'd utilize data, the human heart is something that's never overlooked. Exactly! And that's why we need people like Tom who knows how to follow up with clients. Isn't that exactly what you should know based on data? There is no such data! Anyway, boss, we need to make sure that we make things right with the clients that I'm in charge of. You're right! Let's go around apologizing to them in person one by one, Tom. Yes, sir. I won't do anything unnecessary at this point. Hello, this is Isaac from Steel Iron Foods. Oh, hello. Huh? Yes. Understood. Christopher, it seems like you've had a hiccup with the companies that I've been personally handling, too. What is this about? I'm talking about Sunshine Helen Corporation for a $20 contract. It seems like you went to talk to them about renewing the contract without discussing it internally, and their chairman is extremely upset now. No! I really didn't mean anything bad. I thought we were about to generate $40 million if things went well. I'm really sorry. So, it's all because you did something you didn't have to with our clients. This is unforgivable. Even if I were to forgive you, the clients you gave trouble won't. They're all telling us that they don't want to work with our company if they have to deal with you! That's rude! Hey, Tom, can you talk to him for me? I want to work in sales. I just want to work in sales by utilizing the data! Right now, working in sales isn't what you need. You need to learn what the human heart is all about. No way! No way! Afterward, Christopher, Amy, and Harry were reassigned to the complaints department after losing their accounts. They worked hard for a time, dealing with customers one-on-one and enduring frequent reprimands. But the strain of engaging closely with people they had never truly faced before eventually wore them down, and they resigned. The experience seems to have affected them deeply. The last rumor I heard was that they now keep to themselves as much as possible, quietly making a living from home by taking on data entry work. As for me, I've moved on. Since my sales style keeps me on my feet, the soles of my shoes wear out quickly, so today I'm out buying a new pair again. I have a hard time deciding every time I'm here because there are way too many great shoes here. In that case, I could choose a pair for you, Tom. Huh? Alan? Do you know a lot about shoes? How about this one? No way, Alan! Trouble Busters!